16 car, the PK Junior car, on to the pit road.
Yeah, I think coming back to Johnny Adam there, you know, we think that he's going to need another stop, so there is a possibility that he's trying to just run as long as possible, so he'll be doing a bit of fuel saving. But however, saying that, Magnussen, as the race has gone on, has gone pretty quick, because his last lap was a 52.5, which is quicker than any other car in the category at the moment, because Johnny Adams done a 55, Harry Tincknell's done a 54, 56 by Machiovecchi, and so therefore you have to say that Magnussen sort of wound it up a little bit, as now we're on board with Harry Tincknell coming in with 51 minutes to go. This should be his final stop. That's going to put him in a real close position with Johnny Adam at the end of the race.
This pro battle has just run and run, and it is down to pit stops and who gets it. But before long, we will all be on the same strategy, and they'll all be in the same piece of racetrack, bumping and barging like they have been for most of the race. And there'll be no hiding from about another 20 minutes time or so. There'll be no hiding.
There'll be no strategy. There'll be no unravelling of the stagger of pit stops. It'll be WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get on this TV screen as we ride back on board with the number 91 Porsche. They're going to make sure that everything's all okay with that number 67 Ford's. Drinks bottle coming out. There'll be nothing left in there. There goes the number 91. That's Fred Machiovecchi taking position ahead of Harry Tincknell. So the Frenchman getting ahead of the Brit.
On new tyres. So they're sticking tyres on Tinks. That's about a 17-second loss on a GT car. He's done two stints, I should say, on those previous tyre.
But that'll give him feeling and confidence, won't it, going into this final 50 minutes?
Well, he's an attacker, so he's definitely going to go for it. There's zero question about that.
That crew, Harry Tincknell with Andy Prio, they won the opening round of the championship at Silverstone. They dominated there, and they came back from last position in class that day at Silverstone.
The door came open or something,
and the door came open a couple of times, and then they came fourth at Spa-Francorchamps about a month and a bit ago in Belgium. So they've still got some work to do. Still leading that class, GTE Pro, is Magnussen in the Corvette. From the Aston Martin out of Banbury, Oxfordshire in the UK with Scott Johnny Adam. Then we got the Frenchman driving the German Porsche with Fred Machiovecchi. Tinker's Harry Tincknell in fourth position. We're riding on board with him with a turbocharged V6, building speed, fifth gear, sixth gear down the Mulsanne straights.
I think realistically this car's going to struggle to win the race. I think it's been hanging on a little bit all race, and they've got themselves into a position which is pretty good teamwork, pretty good driving, but in terms of pure and utter performances, you've got a new set of medium tyres on there, then it's a little bit of a limit. Magnussen looks a little bit quicker. Here's the team radio of this car.
50 minutes, Harry. 50 minutes, mate. That's it. Okay, let me know what I need to do. Absolute crucial. Mate, all you can do is push as hard as you can. Just push as hard as you can.
He's the guy I'd want in the car to do that particular job. And it was pretty clear. Do you know what I need to do? Yes, you need to push as hard as you can, and then we've got to see what it runs out from there.
That's it, just give it everything there. Into the pits are our first two in GT Pro. Driver change here, Magnussen out. Johnny Adam is down the pit road behind him as well.
So can Corvette win here for the first time since 2015? And very quick into the pits comes that number 97 Aston Martin. The ProDrive Aston Martin guys really working hard. They are desperate. The last bit of fuel going in. The lights come on. It couldn't have been any quicker.
And oh, there they are, they're together. I'm going to say, because the other car had a driver change.
That's it. That's WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get.
WYSIWYG.
This is it right to the end of the race. Now, where's this going to run out with... because Tincknell... He's ahead of these guys.
No, he's not.
He's a lap back.
And Taylor is aboard.
He's half a lap behind.
Taylor is aboard that car now. Jordan Taylor in front. Johnny Adam just on the pickup off the speed limiter. Maybe wasn't quite as quick as Taylor, but it's 0.8 of a second between these two. Fist pumps all round. That was some going, that was. We were wondering where it was. The cameraman just fortunately zoomed out enough just for us to see them coming down.
So, as they go on to the Mulsanne Straight, it is the Corvette, after 23.25 hours, that is ahead of the Aston Martin of Johnny Adam by 6 car lengths, ladies and gentlemen.
So the 63 car's done 11 laps on its softs. Okay, we're going to get a word with Gert. Is with Jan Magnussen. Over to you, Gert.
I'm here with Jan Magnussen. Jan, is that a worried look or is that a happy look on your face?
That's worried, because that's first and second place.
Exactly.
And the Aston is very fast.
You managed to open up a gap. Will Jordan be able to do the same, you think?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, thank you.
Does he sound that confident?
He didn't really, did he?
As Jordan Taylor has got into that car, he's leading by 0.6 of a second as they go down the back straight, hard on the brakes into the second chicane, the Michelin chicane here at Le Mans. Time ticking away, 45 minutes to go. Let us not forget, we've got 4 different manufacturers. 5 different manufacturers in the first 5 places in GTE Pro. The balance of performance, the regulations, the scrutineers, the organisers of this championship have got the regulations perfect so that different types of motor car with different types of engine can compete against each other wheel to wheel for 23.25 hours, and that's the difference between them.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
That is very cool.
It is very cool. And you think Jordan Taylor in his 6th Le Mans, Johnny Adam in his 2nd. So even though Jan Magnussen said there that the Aston Martin seems to be quick, there is an experience difference here as well. What do you make of that? What Alan?
Right now, experience is one thing, but there's a big thing called desire. And it's just that attack spirit. Both of them have got it. I've watched both of them. I've watched Johnny Adam growing up, basically, in terms, because he's a Scot, but in terms of Jordan Taylor as well, I raced with his father, and so I've seen him grow and his career grow. I think all of that whole group now in the GTE Pro are exceptional drivers, very, very talented, very aggressive, and they all have got the capability to get this job done. Now, this battle is one thing, also the battle of what's going to happen with Machiavecchi when he comes into the pits in the 3rd place Porsche, and how's that going to run out with the fuel with Tinkle in the Ford?
That's it. This does seem to be they've got a minute on 3rd place. These two, it's now between these two, isn't it? Now it's just starting to cipher out. But then, as you said, there's a battle between the 91 Porsche and the 67 Ford, because there's 27.5 seconds between those two. But both of these cars leading the category. David Lapworth there from Pro Drive as they come towards the end of their outlap. The 63 Corvette against the 97 Aston Martin. Jordan Taylor against Johnny Adam.
Now, when was it, Alan? About 3-4 hours ago, I said, you know, they've got to be careful. There's still 3 or 4 hours to go. Don't do anything like a British Touring Car Championship kind of manoeuvre. And you said, well, let's see what happens in the last 44 minutes. And we're inside those last 44 minutes. It's a risk, but you've got to go. Absolutely, Harry Flatters. The risk versus the loss of a potential 2nd place, or of course a win. It's so difficult to balance.
It is Dave Richards there, looking up. A little bit of suspense on his face. He's been in this position before as a rally co-driver himself in deep competition in the World Rally Championship, but also as the head of Pro Drive, and Pro Drive run this Aston Martin programme.
Yep, won the World Rally Championship as a co-driver back in 1981 alongside Ari Vatanen, started Pro Drive and then took Colin McRae, Richard Burns, Peter Solberg to World Championship success with the Blue Subarus.
I was talking to Paul Howarth of Pro Drive earlier on in the week, and they were saying for them it's about the championship. Winning Le Mans would be very, very nice, but it's about the championship at the end of the year. That's kind of gone out the window right now, hasn't it? It's about winning today now.
Do you believe everything someone from a team says about these things? You've got to try and...
Oh,
the Alpine's off.
What number is that, though? Was it it's the 3rd place car.
Negrão has gone off, and that's at Mulsanne corner.
I don't know whether he's off. The door's open. I don't know whether he's off.
He's not on the circuit. He's definitely off.
But I don't know whether he's parked it there.
It's Arnage, sorry, it's Arnage. He hasn't parked it. Yeah,
he's trying to get back.
He's trying to get back. He's locked
and he's
up.
run out of lock.
gone down the escape road and he's parked it. And the problem is that he's got to get a lot of traction to get the car over that gravel trap so it's got enough momentum.
He has 1 minute and 47 over PK Jr., who is behind him.
That's gone.
And you've got Tristan Gomedy in the 5th place overall, 4th place in category car, only 27 seconds behind PK Jr. So he could lose 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Oh, no, he's going to dig.
No, don't do that. You've got to do it in reverse.
It's dug, and now it's on its belly pan. It's on the under tray, great big sheet of carbon fibre. And that's a car weighing 850, 900 kilos. And they've got it going.
No, they're pulling it back.
But they're running out of lock, aren't they? Because he's got to avoid that barrier.
Do you think he outbraked himself and then tried to take the exit road around the outside and just ran out of lock?
I agree, Julian, absolutely. And here is the car behind him, which, as you said, should be PK Jr. And it is. And that's only half a kilometre between them.
I say it was 147. Here he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
You can see it there. That was... problem is that he'll also have a lot of stones and things in the actual car itself. Now, he'll not want to come in for sure because of that. But that's the car there that's just been in the gravel trap, and that is the LMP2 car behind the yellow Corvette that is now fighting for 2nd place in the category.